This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life.
Boobs.
Welcome to the thing you already have.
How about you just go to it and you find content for this stupid show?
So hard.
So just go down a little bit more on me.
I wanted to play my music and be high energy and be a radio guy.
Send us off, Johnny.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
I can't imagine that this dead horse needs any more whipping.
If the person wanted a firing squad, I would be okay with that.
I'm not a talented anything.
Botoxy plastic cunt face.
I'm so fucking stupid.
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Just waiting. just seeing until we were done playing with our phone. I was sharing things, checking my notifications.
Getting blowed up over there too on your phony.
Yeah, your phone just went off.
Hi, kids.
Ryan posted something on Instagram.
I sure fucking did.
I've never gotten that notification before.
It's because he posted for the first time, right? Or in a while.
In a while, yeah. What I'm trying to do is post before the show. Use Instagram to post like a dumb picture before the show. Give a link for the Facebook page, so on, so forth. It's good.
Just drinking water this week.
Me?
Yeah.
Only because I'm not prepared. Even though I've been home all.
Well, you can't have anything that I have, and I don't think Amy has enough to share with you. So.
Oh. What?
Sucks
Will
for
you
you.
have Pabst? I have a whole fucking jug of gin up there. I'm sure I'll make.
I have one good beer.
something,
so I'll
yeah.
get that.
But yeah. Hi everyone. Episode number 72 off and running. We were gone last week. Adam was in Laconia. Where the fuck is that again?
I was
Vermont.
in
Lake
Laconia,
Winnipesaukee.
too.
Winnipesaukee.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck you, Bob.
I don't know what any of that means.
It's fucking what about Bob?
Oh fuck!
My family is
Really?
going on vacation at Lake Winnipesaukee, and I will not be bothered.
Holy shit! Yeah, that just went right over my head. I gotta watch that movie again.
There was a
I really
shirt
do.
there that said, fuck you, Bob.
Yeah, we should have gotten it, but we didn't really have time. Actually, we did have time, but we were just too tired. We wanted to find some places where they filmed it,
Oh, okay.
take pictures. So next year.
Were you being lazy, quote unquote lazy?
No, it was just too busy.
That's what I'm
It was,
saying.
like,
That's what
perfect.
quote
Perfect.
unquote lazy is.
Fucking hot.
Yeah, it was
Hot as
like we were up
balls.
there the perfect amount of time to do all the things that we usually do.
Yeah.
Like we go to Maine one day, and then we do the Kankamangas Highway up there, which is like, Kankamangas.
Kangamangus.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And we do that one, and then on the last day we did like touristy shit.
So
So-
nothing special.
That was good. I flew the drone around.
No motorcycle accidents.
No, not that we saw. I mean,
No.
statistically there had to be a few.
No fist fights.
No.
No stabbings.
I almost got a
No, well, we didn't go to the bars or anything. So.
Ah.
Yeah.
I was just
So.
looking at some of your drone shots and some of the shots of the crowds and stuff, and I'm like, that just looks like a place I don't want to be.
It was
like,
cool. I mean,
It
the whole
looks like a giant because it's mostly like bars and drinking and
Yeah.
grilling and hanging out and the bikes and everything
Mhm.
like that. It just looks like a recipe for absolute fucking disaster. It's
It-
amazing that,
that one's not. I mean, we only had
nobody
like
dies
one
during these
incident
things.
where these guys were yelling at Amy to show her boobs, and she flipped them off.
as we were
So,
riding
yeah,
away.
as we were riding by. But that just tends to happen like right there in town,
Yeah,
which we
that's-
barely even do anymore.
that's kind
I
of.
was really surprised that they wanted to go that last day, but like we just wanted to go down and like get a T-shirt, and then that's that. You know,
It's kind of like an expected thing, though. That kind of
Yeah.
shit, right?
I
It's,
don't-
Yeah.
it's
I
a bunch
don't
of
really
bikers.
have boobs, so
Yes, you do.
They'd have to whip out their binoculars.
no, I'm an average B cup, okay?
Average.
At least they look the same.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, there are rallies that are way more rowdy than this one. The ones that's just like a rally where everybody goes and parks and just drinks for 3 days, those are the worst.
where there's no organization to it.
No, there's plenty of organization. There's just no riding.
Ah,
So you get just as many yuppies in the same fucking place because they don't have to ride. They don't really like to ride. They just like the idea of owning a Harley Davidson. So they trailer it up to Blackthorn, which is probably 45 minutes from their fucking house. They back it off the trailer, and then they drink and drink and drink. And if it starts to rain, they pull it back in the trailer, and then they drink and drink and drink. And then they back it back off the trailer when it's sunny again. And they drink and drink and drink. And then they fucking load it up and go home. Why'd you even fucking bring it? You know, whereas we rode fucking 6.5 hours to get up there, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
how was that?
It was good.
My ass hurts so bad.
It would have been
Jeez.
fine without all the gear on the back, so I think I'm going to get a trailer.
For the bike?
Yeah, my dad's got one. It looks fucking great. Because you don't have all the shit loading down on the bike.
Is it stable, though?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
it can pull it no problem. It's not a matter of power or braking. It's just top heavy.
Huh.
It winds up beating you up trying to hold the thing up all day.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's like having a third person on the bike.
All right.
It's like 100 pounds of shit.
And you can carry people on that, right?
Yeah.
Can someone ride in that legally?
In the trailer, no.
Oh. What if they laid down and you
We
could
should
put a
get-
blanket
we
over 'em?
wanna
That
get
would
a
be really
coffin one.
dangerous. Yeah, I want to make one out of a coffin. How cool would that be?
That'd be pretty fucking awesome. You should
Yeah,
definitely do that.
but then I was like, I want to do this kind of cheap, and a coffin's probably really expensive.
Well, if you build your own, it's not that
yeah,
expensive.
but I wouldn't want to build my own because then it'd be made out of wood and it'd be really heavy.
All right.
If I was gonna do it, it'd be an aluminum coffin.
A fucking yeah. All right.
It's gonna be like $10,000. I'm not fucking doing
yeah, a
that.
fucking real one costs you a
Yeah.
fortune.
Yeah.
Which makes it
Mhm.
whatever.
I wonder if
That's a
there's
different
someone that I could borrow one from so that I could like make a fiberglass.
Like a used
Borrow a
coffin?
coffin.
No, make like a fiberglass mold.
I have an urn.
It's not gonna work.
Oh, I keep like fuck. I told I was down in Long Island on a job. I was telling Chris Warner about the Clone of Willie thing.
Mhm.
So he doesn't listen because
Yeah.
he just doesn't give a shit about what we're talking about. And that's fine. I understand. Yeah, I was talking about the Clone of Willie to him, and he was just like, "Dude, you need to have you finished it?" I said, "No, I haven't. I just
You
keep
haven't even really started it.
I haven't. Well, yeah, it's have I gone back to it? And no, I haven't. Oh God, are we starting? He's been this way all day. Anyway, yeah. So I keep forgetting to get that, and I keep forgetting to use this to load up this new little soundboard that I have, and I keep
Yeah, I
forgetting
forgot
to-
about that.
I keep forgetting to do a lot of things for the show, and it's
Let's-
kind of
Let's talk about the soundboard.
Hold on, let me load it up. It's actually kind of nice. I'll throw it up here just so you can see it.
Can we put our stuff on it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it takes
Okay.
like pictures and stuff like
I'm feeling a little, anxious, if you know what I mean.
it's actually like it's really
Yeah.
nice, especially with the pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
This does look like Windows from 1998.
Yeah, wow.
Well, no. This is what it looks like. That's
Oh,
not because of
really?
my computer. No.
This calls for immediate discussion.
So I got to play with this a little
So
bit.
you can add in your own stuff with your own pictures and all that shit.
Right on. Yeah.
Okay.
So
How great would it be if that you could get that on a touchscreen?
it'd be pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
I-
need like an extended screen. Oh my God.
Well, I'm sure they make like touch compatible monitors that wouldn't be that expensive.
Maybe
Probably,
you have
yeah.
ghosts.
I don't think I have ghosts. I do
I think
have
your
guests.
dog's just a fucking idiot. You're just keeping him in the basement with the Airbnb people upstairs?
No, we let him run free. He's fine. Yeah.
It was
people
just Clover that you were worried about?
Yeah,
No.
boy was I. And now I'm not.
Hmm, well. She can't do any damage anymore.
Yeah.
Aside from falling from a height
Yeah, on my toe.
with your fucking stainless steel urn.
That thing's heavy fucking duty. It's not stainless steel. It's like some crazy heavy ass ceramic. So it's nice. It's very nice. But yeah, what I was leading into was the laziness, quote unquote. I keep calling it quote unquote laziness because it just got so much shit to do. 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 job and crap around the house. I just
Yeah.
I'm so fucking terrible about doing stuff
Why do you
for
think
the
there?
show.
Why do you think there's so many like dads with a room full of guitars they haven't played in 12 years?
Fuck yeah,
You know?
shit, man. It's just too fucking busy.
Yeah.
And you were saying the same thing before we started the
Good
fucking
God.
show.
So much shit.
It's ridiculous.
So much shit.
And that's and the whole thing with all the people doing podcasts are comedians and actors and
They only work fucking 3 days a week.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I mean, they're only
comedians-
physically working 3 days a week. You know,
yeah.
like
They go
yeah.
on for a couple hours and then they're off.
Yeah.
It just and the rest of their time is mostly promotional shit. Like, so
Yeah.
they have to be on Facebook
Yeah.
and stuff. I really can't. I'm driving 2.5 hours up to fucking or 3.5 hours up to Cortland
Yeah.
to flip a switch. You know?
I'm thinking about getting an intern next year for the
R-
photography
right?
business. I thought of it today. I was like, it qualifies.
You know,
we have
we
a
can
legitimate
give-
business with an EIN
we
number.
can give college students credit.
We
for
can,
that,
yeah.
right?
We are an employer. We have an EIN number. It's
Wow.
completely legit. Like we could definitely do that. So I'm gonna approach the
Should ask
department head.
Caleb.
Maybe.
I think he
Yeah.
needs one. He's doing art and education.
Whoever
so I'm
you
not
get,
sure.
you
Yeah.
have to start calling Jared right off the bat.
Thanks, Jared. Caleb's like, Adam, you've known me for years.
Nope,
Go get me an egg sandwich, please.
Jared. It's your intern name.
Well, if it were Caleb, I would have him shoot too, so that would be good. And he's
Yeah,
an
that's-
intern, so I would own
yeah.
everything and not have to pay him.
Just abuse him.
No, I legitimately need. We are going to need help. I mean, because like this Saturday, we're both going to be on our own without. I've never done a wedding by myself.
Weddings?
I think I can do it.
I'm doing a baby
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
A baby's first birthday party.
Oh.
Ugh.
I like
It's just
babies.
contempt for babies
You know,
just
Jasmine
came
and
through.
Ryan had their baby, right?
Yeah,
I also don't care about that baby.
I do. It's it's
Yeah.
had a full head of fuck. I say it. He had a full head of
It.
hair.
Yeah, so did my niece. Gave my sister
Yeah?
hell of heartburn, too.
Oh,
It's a myth,
That is a myth.
apparently, but she had a lot of heartburn.
All pregnant women have a lot
Oh,
of
shut
heartburn.
up.
but yeah. So yeah, congratulations to Ryan and Jasmine on their birth. of
Shut
their
up.
first
Just
baby.
say it for real.
I already said.
He's not listening. He refuses to listen.
Yeah, he don't listen.
Yeah.
I could call his baby a big pile of shit
Oh, my God.
right now.
Shut up.
Neither one of
So
them will
mean.
listen. There was a while there where I
No.
was posting it to their wall every fucking week, and they never listened. Even then,
Just
Yeah.
actually, put
all they would have to
spec-
do is click it one time, just click, and it would start to play on their computer.
I used to go downstairs
Yeah.
and Jasmine was listening to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
Mm.
So good luck
How
with
long
that.
ago? How long ago was
Yeah,
that?
I
when
mean,
they lived with us.
yeah.
I don't know.
yeah, because I would always ask, and they'd constantly say, "Oh
well,
no,
just
we
think
didn't
if they
give
were
me a
living
chance to
with
listen."
us now, there would be a baby downstairs.
Yeah, I would have been fine with that for a while.
Has
What
anybody?
is that squeaking noise?
That's
It's
you.
me.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't me because I stopped touching it.
I thought I saw you
Yeah.
tipping the
No, because I
and I was-
know that this doesn't make noise because I do it the entire show. But that definitely makes noise, and you need to stop.
Stop
Stop.
him.
Oh, sorry.
You can't really hear that on the
I
recording.
can. I could hear it.
It's tough. Yeah, it's.
No.
I gotta get it louder.
No, shut up.
So,
So yeah, what were we saying?
we were just talking about how fucking lazy we, quote unquote lazy we are. It just.
Well, yeah. So let's get an intern, and you can start handling the money.
I already kind of.
We can get
you
an
keep
intern.
spending money
You
when
can
I don't
handle
know
the
you're
money.
spending money. So
Yeah.
You
Well, I
get an
spend
in-
money on I spend like $7 on stupid shit like light up wheels for my skateboard.
Yeah, like by the time we got home after being away for 5 days, he had at least 6 packages in
I
the
know.
box
And they all total about $18 total for all of them.
because he got them from China.
Yeah. Yeah, I found this website. It's kind of like
Wish.
Amazon, but it's called wish.com. Have you heard of this
I
app?
think you
Yeah, go-
showed it to me.
Yeah, I did. So
They have
everything
a lot of stuff.
it's all the shit that you see on Amazon with like different brand names. It's just direct from the manufacturer from China.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're still buying it from China, but at least you're not paying a Chinese company middleman to partner with Amazon to then pay an American middleman to then ship it to you via UPS, yet another middleman. So the same thing that you buy for $15 on Amazon, you can get for $1 directly from the company, and it comes via some Chinese ship cargo or air cargo or whatever, and then it gets put in the mail.
Yeah.
It takes like 2 weeks to get to you, but it's $1.
Yeah.
I paid $6 for those wheels. Those are $50 at Zoomies.
What?
Same fucking
One
thing.
time I got a
Yeah.
bag. I bought Aaron Wilson a bag. It was like an elephant bag. It had like a trunk on the back of it.
Mhm.
From Wish, and it didn't come within like the time that it said. So I like called them or emailed them or something, and then they canceled the order. And then it came the next day, and they refunded my money
Yeah.
already, so I got it for free.
Nice.
That's to them. It's like, well, to try and get it shipped back would cost more money than
Yeah.
than we have in it.
Fucking nightmare.
So, like, I've had that happen with Amazon where, like, certain things, like this thing, they made me send it back. But there are some things where something came, like, damaged, and they just said, here's a new one, just throw the old one out.
That's not what they did with
Yeah.
our fucking mattress, though. They
No.
sent it back and they didn't
Yeah.
tell us.
It turned around. Well, it's because UPS damaged it, and they sent it back. So I wasn't too mad about it.
Good on them.
Yeah, but it took fucking 2 weeks for us to get our goddamn mattress.
FedEx. I had FedEx ship my toolbox one time. It was like a. It looked like a piece of luggage.
Mhm.
You know, it had a telescoping handle
Yeah.
and lock holes and everything like that. So I had locks all over it, and it had the handle. And I handed it to FedEx, and I was like, "Here you go, ship this. You can like just pick it up, throw it on the truck, and ship it."
Mhm.
And it came back to me. The handle was gone, and they instead of cutting the locks off, they cut the tabs. So now the lock tabs
It
are
just didn't work.
completely useless. So I went
Why
back.
does FedEx have the right to open your stuff?
I don't know.
I don't think they do.
I have a
That was
story
somebody
about,
fucking trying to steal tools.
I have a story about luggage handles.
Nothing was stolen.
Nothing was stolen.
Not a thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You know what? It must have gone. It must have gotten put FedEx Air for some reason, and the TSA fucking cut it open because you probably didn't have TSA locks.
Probably. Yep.
Because they're going to cut the plastic. They're not going to cut your locks and ruin their shears.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. So
yeah,
and
you got to get
the
the
handle.
You got to get the
The
TSA
handle you
approved.
could. It was aluminum, and it was.
Yeah.
It was. It's an inch or two.
I'm just picturing.
circumference.
I'm just picturing the baggage handler rolling it behind him and then picking it up and throwing it with the handle pulled out. That's exactly what fucking happened.
It snapped right off.
He's just like whistling along and having a great day, and then just picks it up and goes onto the fucking conveyor belt and it goes.
Well, I tried to
Mhm.
fight FedEx on it
Yeah.
because I put insurance on the whole thing,
Mhm.
and it was just I got nowhere.
Yeah, they go. Well, it got there, didn't it? Because they don't insure the box; they insure the stuff that's in it.
Yeah.
Had you put it in a cardboard box, you might have gotten it covered.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. That's probably what it was because
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh, well, you got to talk to your shipper," and I talked to the shipper, and I was like, "Well, da 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 da." I told them the situation. They're like, "Well, we didn't damage it." Holy shit! I never
Well,
said you damaged the fucking
Somebody
thing.
needs
I'm trying to get
paid
my
for
money
it-
back
paid
for
for
it.
insurance. I need at least the shipping cost back.
It turned
Yeah.
into a roundabout,
Mhm.
thing, and then I just bailed on it, and I said, "Fuck it." I just ate the
Yeah.
$200 it cost for the toolbox.
That sucks.
Yeah, it sucks, but what are you gonna do?
I was just remembering when I got this crappy exhaust system from Summit, and it leaked fucking everywhere. So I welded it all up, and it was still such a piece of shit that I cut it out of the car, sent it back, and they were like, "We can't give you the money because you modified it." I was like, "I modified it because it was leaking everywhere." And yeah, they never gave me my money back. But they tried to charge me for the shipping because they sent me a return shipping label. They tried to charge me, like they sent me a bill, and I was like, "Go fuck yourself." I'll use Jegs from now on.
There you go.
Yeah.
So,
Back when we used to take a magazine and fill out a form and fucking mail it
I
in.
know. You think I don't know things?
So, I was gonna mention this little thing here. Dead Radio presents a hearing story. You're ruining it. So, after Scott was here, or after the show when Scott was here last, we got to talking about waking up in the middle of the night and peeing and trying to pee with
With
a
a
boner.
boner?
Yeah. Did you hear this conversation?
No, I just know.
So
It's terrible, isn't it?
it's awful because you're tired, you just want to go pee and you want to go back to bed, but you want to pee, you want to go back to bed, and you don't want to sit there and wait for the fucker to go down because it takes a while.
Yeah.
And no
Especially
matter
when
how
you
many
have to
times,
pee. Well, because you sometimes will get a boner so that you don't pee the bed in your sleep. Like that's something your body does.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, thank
It's
you.
part of the reason for morning wood.
Dr. Patain is back. Yeah,
That's what I've
It
heard.
makes sense.
Yeah.
all right. Well, I'll go with it. So, and also, our bathroom we leave our door open so we can get the air conditioning from across the room because the window that we have in our bedroom, we can't put an air conditioner in there. And and the bathroom's right outside the door. So the door's open. If I turn on the light, the whole fucking room lights up. So I can't turn on the light in the middle of the night. So once in a while,
Just go downstairs and pee in the shower.
in my haze, I'll like check to see if the seat's up, and I like run my I'll go to grab the thing, the lid, and it doesn't feel like it's there, and I've
Did you
just
stick your
pulled
hand
out
in the
and
toilet?
no, and I've gone, all right, it's up, and I go to pee, and oh, Brooks on the phone. Hang on a second. We're doing the show. What's up? It's all right. What's up? You want to be on the show? Hello?
She didn't know if I do. She loves you so much.
forgets that
She's just like, oh, I don't want to be on the show, and hung up.
No. She goes, I was like, hey, we're doing the show. What's up? And she went, oh, I'm sorry. Click. She still doesn't get that. I just don't
Yeah.
care what's
It's
happening.
fine. Nobody's listening.
So I pull it out to take a pee, and all of a sudden I hear like spattering everywhere, and I went, oh, Christ, the toilet seat was down. So I had to basically clean up.
It's like, well, guess I'm going to be up for an hour now.
So I'm like, I had to clean the fucking bathroom with the door shut, the light on. It was a disaster. So now I was awake. So I was telling Scott about it, you know, and he was like, oh, just sit down. I'm like,
Oh wait, I think we've all talked about this before.
not on the show. This was after the
No,
show.
no.
He goes, just
No.
sit down. And I went, sit down? What are you talking about? He goes, the boner you really can't do much about except go downstairs and pee in the shower if you want to go through all that effort.
It's a lot easier.
I guess so. By the time you get downstairs and you're laughing to yourself that you're going to pee in the shower, you actually probably would have been going down by now. But so he goes, instead of peeing in the toilet, instead of standing to piss in the fucking dark, just sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Just push it down.
I don't.
And just tuck it down and sit down and pee like
I wouldn't. I don't know.
like you're
Are
taking
you afraid your boner's gonna like touch the side
well,
of the toilet?
you piss when you take a shit, right?
Yeah, but you don't have an erection.
No, I know, but he said the erection you really can't do anything about. Except like didn't Jeff do that or something? Like he had to reversed.
No.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how the
he
bifurcated
reverse-cowgirl.
turn.
He reverse cowgirl the toilet.
Yeah, he had to piss and yeah. So
Okay,
he's
that's
like-
the working title of the show.
so he
He
can't.
reversed cowgirled the toilet.
So
Okay, so he sits down and his boner, like he pushes it below
Well,
the seat.
it's not so much the boner. The boner you really can't do much about. You have to do a handstand or whatever. You have to weight down. But he's talking about pee. I guess the boner thing was part of the conversation that I started with. But
Oh, so
I
just
was-
in like when it's at night and you don't have a boner.
right, that's
Just
what I'm
sitting
was
down.
trying to get at. I kind of I
Okay.
moved a little too fast there. So yeah,
Yes, because I was about to say if I sat down on the toilet and tried to pee,
piss in
I
your
would piss
mouth.
right in my face. And if you tried to push it in there, it wouldn't wouldn't work. It'd be like touching the side of the
Right.
fucking toilet. No.
and pissing in your
Yeah.
own mouth is kind of like counteractive.
Yeah, it's like exactly what you don't want to do.
So, what the fuck was I gonna say? Yeah, so I got up one night and I was standing there and I went, wait a minute, let me just sit and see. Let me try and fucking see what he's talking about. So I was flaccid. I sit down and it's really weird.
It is.
Like when I sit down to
doesn't
take
your
a
body just go like, wait, we don't have to poop. Stop it. What are you doing?
Yeah. You almost have to concentrate to
Yeah.
start peeing.
Yeah.
And it's just weird, man. And the bathroom upstairs is small, so when I take my
It's like an RV
just
bathroom.
underwear, like I smash my head against the wall. So I have to kind of angle myself
This
back.
sounds like maybe you shouldn't have anything to drink before you go to bed. None of this would be a problem.
I wake up with I wake up in the middle of the night and I just chug water because I'm so
Yeah.
fucking dry.
Mm.
So, but
Try doing the fucking hairdryer shoved up your nose.
oh,
That's what
took me a second. I thought
Yeah.
it was a sexual thing.
Nope. I don't even own a hairdryer.
I own a hairdryer.
That's
You
weird.
do?
Yeah.
I
Well,
know.
I own a hairdryer,
Oh,
but it's
we
usually
usually use it for Bailey now.
yeah, it's like we figured out Bailey likes it. But no, I use it for like industrial things like getting stickers off of stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember Jasmine borrowed it. No, I remember.
It's like one of the I've had it since I lived with my mom. It's like her old one that I use for stuff.
I
So,
have
yeah.
like all your mom's old stuff.
Yeah.
Well, the moral of the story is I pee when I sit down, or I sit down when I pee.
I
and
pee when I
I
sit
pee when I
down.
sit down every time. I'm a mush
I don't think
mouth.
that's gonna beat he reverse cowgirl the toilet.
I'm a mush mouth idiot.
Jeff will be happy. That'd be 3 titles in a row that he influenced. I wonder if he's still listening.
Probably not.
I'll ask him. Snapchat him.
Got to start
Well, I
working.
got more stickers, but I left them at home.
I got to start working on
That's
getting more
always
guests.
the
Yeah.
case.
I'm
Like, I
gonna
got
make.
Well, I was
you-
gonna bring my bag, but I
Like
think there's
like we
gasoline
said
all over it.
yesterday, I was gonna bring you home the last chocolate chip cookie, but Tanner ate it.
Yeah. I told you that because I wanted you to know that I did everything in my power to bring you a chocolate chip cookie. And then he went in the bag before I left and took the chocolate chip cookie out and ate it in front of me.
That's dick.
Yeah. I wasn't going to eat it, but
I wasn't.
I just
paying
wanted to let you know that I tried. I did. And I feel that you should be mad at Tanner.
So
I
yeah,
am mad at Tanner.
have you? You should. Have you tried it before? To sit and pee?
Sit and yes, every time I poop.
Yeah, but no, like just to pee.
No.
You should try it to see how weird it is, just for the story.
All right.
Because it's beyond bizarre.
I guarantee I would just wind up pooping.
You think
Like,
so?
yeah.
You'd force a nugget out?
I feel like Adam always has to poop.
Not always.
Honestly.
My stomach is terrible lately, though. I'm going to be vegetarian for the next couple of weeks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I got to cut out dairy, too. I think that's the main
We don't
problem.
really have that much dairy.
I do.
It's
I
what
mean,
happens when you-
cheese, butter, and fucking ice cream.
Well, that's
you know.
all you. That's not me.
I know. That. Well, you said we don't have that much dairy.
Okay,
That's
then
true.
I don't. Fine.
But you have cheese and butter.
I fucking
Huh?
dairy is like brutal. Like I can't stop eating it.
I
Fucks
think
up
I
my
could do it for-
face,
I think I could-
stomach.
fucks
I'm
up your
stu-
face.
Yeah, pimples and stuff.
If you don't eat dairy?
If I eat it.
Oh, if you eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Have to have it in
Yeah.
the house though because it's
Yeah.
fucking just constantly, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, this is what happens when you turn 30 and shit. Stuff starts falling apart.
I think I've just been like, as soon as I start making money, I just want to eat out all the time. Just take out and just fucking shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
God.
yeah.
I couldn't do
So
that.
I eat a ton of pizza, which obviously
He
we've
is
talked
pizza.
about. We've talked about that before. I eat a ton of pizza. I love pizza, but
I didn't
I don't know,
realize
like-
he had a problem though.
He's
it's
addicted
not
to
really a
pizza.
problem.
Anytime
I
I
think
can't
eating-
decide what I want for dinner, he's like pizza.
Yeah, and you say no every time.
That's because we eat it all the time.
We
you
haven't
eat
had.
it all the
Yeah,
time.
I eat it all the time.
Well, if he always asks for it and you always say no,
Then we
then
don't eat
you
it all.
actually don't eat it that often.
That's because all last summer we would
Yeah.
like walk to 7-Eleven and get a pizza.
All right. So what
Yeah.
happened between then and now?
We ate
She
so
got
much
tired of
pizza.
it.
We ate pizza like almost every night, at least.
That's
3 times a
also
week, and
that's also because I was drunk all the time.
that's true.
Yeah, so it would always be like, let's. Go
I
for
don't even
frozen
know
pizza.
how I'm
I
here.
feel like a counselor sometimes.
we don't need a counselor.
I know,
I
but
No,
I,
but
I feel like
but
one.
that's probably a lot of it too. Is I used
Sometimes
to.
I
We never
think-
like I never really had food in the house. Like I had food, but it would be like something that you'd have to like
Make
thaw out, saute, add olive oil, spices, present on a plate 40 fucking minutes later. Like,
Yeah.
no, you want to turn the oven on, you want to watch TV and eat a pizza in a half an hour.
that's right.
So that's why we ate that much pizza. Like frozen pizza, especially, like we shouldn't eat any frozen pizza ever anymore.
Sit and watch Game of
Yeah.
Thrones and eat your pizza.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What do you
But
think?
I think once a week is reasonable for pizza.
Yeah, we do have
Yeah.
that.
So that's why we
Fridays.
agreed on Pizza Fridays, even though we haven't done it yet.
Yes, we have. We actually did it on Thursday because
Yeah.
you couldn't wait.
When was that?
That was right before we left for
Oh, yeah.
fucking
That
whatever.
was the first time she suggested pizza in like a year.
I do that with booze. I go, it's Wednesday, it's Thursday, Friday I'm supposed to drink. It's Thursday, I usually drink, so it's Wednesday, so Wednesday's close to Thursday, which, fine.
Yeah.
It's time to drink.
Yeah, I drank a lot over the thing, but you have no idea. Like that was half as much as I would normally drink. in a
I went to
bike ride.
Blackthorn with you, so
I
I do
know.
know.
Yeah. So I did drink half as much as Blackthorn at least. Yeah.
Any other rallies coming? Oh, you got to take care of my fucking cat this weekend, right?
Yeah, you just got to text me and remind me
Okay.
because I'm
He'll
going to
forget,
forget.
and then your
Yeah.
cat will die.
Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not a terrible thing. You
Yeah,
know, just
you
pop
can help.
over if you can.
I have to work.
So do I. I work more than you.
Are you serious?
I do.
He has to be fed at 7 o'clock in the morning.
I work 7 days a week.
7 o'clock in the morning. He has to get his medication. It has to be 7 o'clock.
And I'm not doing that.
No. Just
How were the chickens?
throw food at him. Oh, the chickens were fine. After the first couple days, they were just pains in the asses.
It's just because like their schedule is kind of like dawn and dusk.
Yeah.
So I let them out whenever I get up, which could be 10 a.m. or noon. Like, depends on the fucking day.
That wouldn't be dawn.
No, but
I was letting those
but
fuckers out at 7.
Yeah.
They were like, "Go away."
So
we're
they
sleeping.
had plenty of time during the day, so that's fine. But the thing that was probably getting them out of sorts is that you were putting them in when it was still light out. Like normally they just go in when it gets dark.
Yeah.
And I shut the thing.
I came by.
But I didn't want to have to tell you like come by at 9 o'clock. Like that's stupid.
Yeah, I went by one
They're
night.
chickens, they're fine.
I went by one night and they were already in because I forgot about them.
It's okay. That's why I put that cage on there, and that's why they have no roosts outside. So that way they can go outside, they can do their thing, but if I forget about them, nothing can get at them in that trap door.
I think we should get rid of those big rocks in there because then they can't like dig and be cool in the dirt.
Yeah, they're getting rid of them for us. The gravel. Yeah, they've been like, everyone's like you be in out in the backyard and you hear just like a piece of gravel whip against the chain link.
Oh,
yeah,
they're tossing
they're
it?
just digging it. They're
All
just
right.
digging it out.
Yeah, one night I was here. I think Brooke was out doing something. Yeah, she was at a movie or something like that. And I was just walking around the house, drinking. And also I look at the TV. I'm watching, I can't remember what I was watching, but they were eating a piece of chicken. And I went, oh, that looks good. The chicken! It was like 9:30 at night.
That's the best. That's the best part about the chickens is that you don't really have to. Like I forget too, but that's why I put that fucking thing up because you like Ryan would forget a lot, and they all died because of it.
Yeah.
You know,
So
it's just like one night.
the gray one, the first time, the gray one, I had to I started to pick her up and put her in, and she jumped out of my hands and went in on her own.
Yeah.
The rest of them I had to pick up. The next day, I walked over. The gray one was like, "Oh shit, this guy again!" And she just jumped right in.
That's
And the other ones I had to chase around.
No, are you sure it's not Bane chicken?
No, it's Spike.
I
Spike
think
is
Spike
the
is the one
the
that-
one that looks like a fucking hawk.
Yes,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
the big gray
Yeah.
one with the yellow
Yeah.
beak.
She's definitely an Araucana. And I think
This is
the one with the white head's the other Araucana. I don't really know. I don't remember. There are 3 different kinds.
I chased around the white one for a solid 10 minutes.
That's Otter. That's our
Yeah.
favorite.
I couldn't get. She just. Every time I got her in the corner, I'd go
That's-
to grab her, and she'd do a new move.
That's really weird because she's used to being picked up by us because we would
Oh, I
always
wanted
pick
to
her
fucking strangle that thing. I
We
almost
haven't
twisted,
interacted with them in a while though, so
almost
we gotta
twisted
get
its
in there
head off
more.
a couple times. Singing the Rocky theme. Mickey's in my ear.
What did
You
you
can
say?
catch Grace Lightning.
What did you say that ate them? A
Huh?
condor.
A condor.
Yeah.
She's like, "How's the chickens?" Text one day out of the blue, and I went, "Yeah, a condor ate them." and I have no feelings about it. But it wasn't that bad. I'd do that for you anytime.
It's easier than a
Piece of-
fucking cat.
Piece of fucking cake. Yeah, it is. Well, you probably will only have to feed the fucker, and feel free to not.
Well, I'm gonna have to like set an alarm in my phone every day because I will forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
It's
terrible
pretty
with
much
that
any
shit.
time in the morning and any time at night.
Yeah.
Whenever
Yeah.
Apparently Bailey was really bad while we were gone.
It was Game
Yeah.
of Thrones. I was watching Game of Thrones. And somebody was
Yeah.
eating a chicken. What did Bailey do?
He threw up and pooped in Mickey's house.
Nice.
Even though they have a doggy door. Like he
Yeah,
refused
he was
to
just
use
angry because like he doesn't want to be in a house with 2 other dogs.
Oh yeah.
He's pissed. So I don't know what we're gonna do for vacation.
He's a fucking princess.
You can't.
He was like all out of sorts for a couple days.
I mean,
when he
you
took him home.
you can't do that. Like certain dogs can be little shits, but he's really not. Like he does all the things that you'd expect a dog to do, but like he's old. I mean, and he's got a fucking puppy biting at him and annoying the shit out of him every waking hour of the entire time. Like imagine putting him with him.
Mom's dog.
Yeah.
Mom. No, he's fine.
Yeah.
He plays, and when he's done, he chills the fuck out.
Yeah.
Mom's dog Jack, that motherfucker won't stop.
Mhm.
And when they get together, they're kicking the crap out of each other the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
And then he's sitting in a corner while Jack is biting his face and nudging him and fucking pawing at him and trying to fuck his mouth. Like, it just... and Isaac's just like, stop. Stop. It's terrible.
Well, yesterday he was fighting with the groundhog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
One of those little bastards. I had I watered your. I remember to water your garden.
Thank you.
Too, which is insane that I remembered that. But I was just standing next to the house, letting it run. I was on my phone, and I look up, and this little fucker comes running out from the side of the house, within a foot from me, and just like stops dead, and looks up like. What?
I wish you fucking killed it.
He's like, this wasn't here.
I really wish you
and
fucking
I was staring at
stomped
him like, all right, go ahead. You're too stupid.
We have one in a cage in the backyard right now. I gotta get rid of it. I gotta
You
transport
gonna
it.
starve it to death?
No, I can't. I can't fucking kill it now that it's in a cage.
Did I tell you the story
Did we talk about it on this? Like, I would have no problem shooting the fucking thing from even a couple feet away.
Yeah.
Like, no problem at all.
But in a cage,
in a
you can't
cage,
do
I
it.
can't fucking do it.
Yeah, it's
I'm not gonna. If I was gonna eat it, I could.
it's bad form.
But I just can't do it. And they're pretty cute. They smell like shit, but they're pretty cute. So, and it's one of the little ones. What'd you name it?
Norman.
He was this
She
big.
named it. Yeah,
he was
it's probably,
tiny. He
It's
was
probably
a teeny
fucking
little
Norman.
fucker. He's a dummy.
Piece of shit.
And of course he got caught in a
Yeah.
cage. He's a dummy.
He ate fucking Chinese steamed vegetables from China House. And got stuck in a cage because he's a stupid fuck.
I tell you about the
My
guy.
vegetables.
Yeah, I put. This is the only vegetables we had in the house.
Did I tell a story about the guy I worked with who had squirrels in his attic?
Yeah,
And how he
was
killed
fucking
them?
drowning them.
Yeah, he got a big pail. He lined the inside of it with suet, and filled it with water. So they would climb on the side, try and get the suet. They would slip, fall into the water, and drown. That's how he killed them all. He's a fucking psychopath. Hannibal
See, I
Lecter
would
motherfucker.
do that if I knew something like that would work. I would do it. The problem is that they're still able to get in the garden, even with all that shit around it.
Yeah.
They're still getting in somehow. Can't figure out how. They're probably climbing over, or because they're not tunneling under.
System of pulleys.
No, just climbing. So the small ones are the ones that are getting in. The big one can't get in. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't even
yes,
think the
they
big
can.
Huh?
Yes, they can.
climbing.
No, burrowing.
Well, yeah, but there's no holes. So he hasn't gotten in, is what I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure it's a she.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. What's her fucking name?
I don't know. I didn't name it yet.
Debbie.
Like, if I had unlimited time, I would just be sitting on the back porch with, like, just beers and a 22, just waiting for them. But you've named them, and you said they're cute, so now I can't.
The babies are cute.
Yeah. Well, they're not going to be cute when they're really fat and fucking ruining the
Maybe
lawn.
they will
And
be cute.
just kill them all.
Well, you didn't even tell him what Bailey did when he found the ground.
Oh, God.
Wait,
So I set the trap up earlier in the day, and then I go and let him out, and then I think I put the bike in the garage or something like that, and then I go out to the backyard, and he's standing there by the gate, and he looks at me, and then runs, and then stops and looks at me again, and then runs, and I go back and I find him, and I see him standing there, and he looks at me, and he looks back in the
like,
cage.
"Oh my God, I
he
caught a
looks back and he
groundhog.
looks
Oh
in
my
the cage. He's like, "Look what I got." But I put a pallet in front of it so he couldn't get near it.
yeah.
I mean, he fucking scrapes the skin off his nose trying to get at the garbage. Like, imagine what he would do if he
Fucking
could get
beagles,
anywhere near
man.
that
They
cage.
don't care. They're so prey driven. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's considered prey driven. They're
It's
just
just food and smells.
The smells. I think
Yeah.
it's more. I think it's more the smells that they're just going after.
Yeah,
So.
that's why he rolls in groundhog shit.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think that would be enough for you to want me to kill them?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Not anymore.
I
For a minute
supervised
there.
Bailey every time.
And then she
because I
saw
was
they
having-
had their whiskers. They're
Shut up.
adorable.
So
I don't
yeah.
want to kill the little fuckers either. They're cute.
And they're not doing any harm really, but they can't get in my garden. Like, that's a lot of fucking work,
Yeah.
and that's food. And now they're basically stealing money from me.
Ours is untouched
Yeah.
ever since I
I'm
put
gonna
that shit
fucking
up.
I'm gonna bring that thing over here.
The groundhog. Just let
I'll
it
just
loose
put it
the
in.
back.
No, I'm gonna put it in his garden. If it were just you, if it were just your garden and not Brooks, I would absolutely 100% do it.
Well, you also said that when he put the egg.
Oh,
in
the
his
egg in your pocket? If there was any single person other than just the two of us there, it would have happened. I would totally fucking punch. So, so the first day he goes to take care of the chickens, actually, he didn't have to be there because I got the dates wrong, and then he didn't hear me when I said the proper days.
You're talking about
later
me
on.
here.
Yeah. So he was going by the dates that I had said like a week earlier, which I was a day off on. So that's on me. But he texts me. He texts me saying like, "So I got the chickens in or whatever. The other one, this one was a shit." And I'm in the house packing, and I was like, "What the fuck's he doing?" And he's out in the backyard. So I go out there, and he's got an egg from the other chicken, and that he puts it in his fucking shirt pocket, like his
front pocket.
yeah, like a t-shirt front pocket. And it was just everything in my power to not just go like. Yeah, if could you imagine? Yeah, if you were there, absolutely, I'd have been like, it's a good place for that.
I have a critique though
Of
the eggs.
what's that?
And they're just kind of meh.
They're meh.
Meh.
Why are they
You're
meh?
meh.
I have the Northridge, fucking North Feathers, Ridge Feathers, Feather Ridge
Farm.
Feather Ridge
Yeah.
Farms eggs,
Yeah.
and I had one
They're
of theirs.
probably not very good right now because she's on chick grower food.
Okay.
Not layer.
She keeps eating
Yeah.
the baby's food.
Yeah, she's on that because there's no way to separate it.
That's what
So,
I assumed. So
yeah, normally because they are kind of not that great lately. They don't like normally you have trouble cracking them. Like they're really thick, and the yolks are a lot more yellow. But they just
yeah,
haven't been.
I put them side by side. Yours were bigger,
Yeah.
but
Well, yeah, because she's getting a shit ton of calories out of the grower food.
yeah. They were. Hold on a second. This thing's a little fucked up. Cha. Yeah, they were a little bit bigger,
Mhm.
but the taste was just it didn't taste anything.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything special. That's what I'm trying
It's
to get.
probably just because, and she's not free range as much as she used to.
Yeah, she used to just roam the yard, pick up
Yeah,
bugs.
but they
and stuff.
kept dying.
This is chicken talk.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once we have a little time off, that we could just sit in the yard for a couple of hours, we'll let them roam around. But next time I get out there working in the yard, maybe, which is someday,
Been dying.
maybe Sunday.
I don't even know if I'm working on Sunday.
Well, Brian invite us on a ride.
Release.
I saw. I don't know who Brian is.
Brian McIsaac.
Who's, I don't-
He's a person that I know. You haven't
Okay.
met him.
He's a person. So yeah, have you been you've been watching Game of Thrones, right? Religiously.
Yes,
What do you think of
yes.
this season?
I'm
I think
guessing by
it's.
your face that you
I
don't
think
like
it's. I like it, but I think it's almost too much what people want.
Exactly.
it. I mean, someone's gonna die soon.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Brooke was saying, she's like, "Oh, it's so happy. It's like such a happy ending this season." I'm like, they've been losing.
Yeah.
Everyone, the good guys have been losing since season 1. They've just been losing, and now they're winning, and it feels weird.
Yeah, that's probably
But-
a lot to do with it. But also, Arya is not doing great. There's like a lot of things going on that are.
Man, I can't get stabbed in the stomach back then. He died from a cut on the finger.
Yeah.
It just it seems this past episode was really fucking good. The Battle of the Bastards, that fight scene was pretty fucking awesome. Had the randomness of it and everything, but just strange shit like Rickon not zigzagging, and
Well, no one told him to. Like,
you probably should zigzag. If somebody shoot
Yeah,
an
I
arrow
mean,
at you,
yeah,
you should probably
definitely.
zigzag.
I don't know. There are certain things that annoy me because there's no archer in the world that can do that. Even a person not zigzagging. He was
Yeah.
100 yards away.
Yeah, it's just
4, 5, 10 archers, yeah, they would have hit him, definitely. Not 3 times in a fucking row. No.
Yeah.
No. Not a moving target, not in the wind, not in real life situation. Sorry.
But-
a fucking Olympic archers don't do that.
Yeah, but I can suspend, belief.
Yeah,
for
I can
that.
also
It's a
suspend
fantasy film.
disbelief for Arya getting stabbed a couple of times in the stomach, and yet the hound falls off a goddamn cliff and survives.
Yeah.
The mountain is a big green monster. So, yeah, that's easy for me because all it is they do have antibiotics. They just don't really know what they are.
Yeah.
They have painkillers. They just don't really know what they're doing or what they are.
Right.
So
It seems like the writing seems very forced, and there's like this. There's no build. You know, each episode had its own build and its own,
a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like it's continuing.
The whole thing with Littlefinger was a surprise.
What?
It wasn't really a surprise to me.
Well, because
I kind of saw it coming.
I didn't really, because it was implied that the letter that she was writing was to the Blackfish.
That's I already told you that has nothing to do with it. That letter did go to Blackfish. She met with what's her face, Sansa, in the barn
After.
and she basically said that you're a dick
Sansa
for
met with-
marrying me off to two different people
Yeah.
and saying I was safe. And then he went back to what's his face, the little prick that was
Yeah.
We need names
her
here.
cousin, and said that we should bring an army over there
The little dumb kid that runs the fucking castle with
because
the
his
sky
mom
window.
died.
Yeah.
Actually, didn't he kill his mom?
Oh,
Yeah.
Aaron.
Yeah.
John Aaron.
Yeah.
Robert Aaron. Anyway, but
John Aaron was the king's hand.
I kind of saw that he was going to come back with the army and all that shit, but I don't know. I just whatever. It's cool. Like the ending of that.
It felt
episode-
very Battle of the Five Armies, which kind of annoyed me. But
well. This one was a lot. This battle was a lot better. Like it was cool. That crushing.
no, I mean
thing
just
where
the
all
ending.
getting
Like it was
crushed, he's
just
trying to get,
like
he's
you just
pulling
knew
himself out.
like you knew someone who was going to come over the hill.
Oh
You
yeah,
knew
yeah,
another
yeah.
army was coming.
Yeah.
You knew fucking Gandalf was going to come over the fucking hill.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
The season itself has been bugging me. It seems like everything's very forced and being pushed very quickly. Next season they're only gonna have 7 episodes.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
The whole
I don't-
season or a half a season?
It's a half. I don't know if they're doing what The Sopranos did, where they did like 2 short seasons as their final season. You know what I mean?
Well, they've been doing the split season for 2 years now
for
Game of Thrones. For fucking everybody's doing it now. Like that's the only way that you can beat like
What do you mean? Like,
where
they've
you do
always had-
6 or 7 episodes and then you have a hiatus and then you do 6 or 7 episodes.
Oh, that's TV though. Game of
Yeah.
Thrones.
Game of
it's-
Thrones hasn't done that?
No, they've never done that. This
So
is-
there's like 12 episodes?
I think this is an HBO thing where they cut up they cut up the final 2 seasons because they don't want to overextend themselves storytelling wise. They want to tell the story, but they need an extra couple episodes to finish it off. So instead of a long last season, they chop them
They
up.
do a hiatus.
Yeah, they stop.
I could have sworn that Game of Thrones had like a 4-month break last year.
Mm-mm.
Wait,
Yeah, between seasons, yes, but short. I'm talking short seasons.
Okay, I don't know what you mean.
He means like a couple episodes.
Right now, Game of Thrones does 10 episodes per season.
Okay.
They're gonna
That's
season.
That's what I'm asking.
Next season, they're gonna do 7, and then I think there's gonna be a season, quote unquote 8. What they do is they call it season 7A and 7B.
Okay.
And they're gonna do 7 episodes, and then the final season they'll have probably 7. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's an extra 4 on top of like
Yeah.
a regular.
But it's
season.
going to be like over 18 months.
Right, probably.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how they're gonna do it. I heard that season 7 was it,
Yeah.
and it's over. So
So
there's
we're in
all these
season
kind of
6
crazy
right now?
fucking. There's all these rumors flying around and everything. So anyway, what the?
It's
fuck?
season 6 right now?
I don't remember.
I have no idea. Whenever you're ready.
So I'm sorry.
Is it season 6 right now?
Yes. Sorry, it took me a
I
second.
really have no idea.
It is, and
Well, because I watched the first 3 seasons like back to back
and Sunday's
in
the
like
last
in like
episode.
in like a week and a half.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sunday's-
So Sunday's the last one of this season.
Yeah.
Feels like it just started.
It does, doesn't it?
It was 10 weeks. Wow.
Time flies when you're having fun and watching people get killed.
That's why they do the split season now, because it's the only way to keep the momentum going. That's why Walking Dead does it. You know, if you're gonna have hour-long episodes with these crazy budgets, you can't do a weekly show for fucking 39 weeks like the X-Files used to do, you know?
Yeah.
You just can't do it. You don't have the budget for it.
That was like I went
Yeah.
to. I was just like, I want to watch the X-Files again, and I'm like, 23 episodes. What the fuck
Yeah.
is this per season?
Yeah. They used to
Oh my god.
It was on for 6 months. 6 months straight.
And they were
every week.
Hour. They're 45 minutes without
Yeah.
commercial.
It didn't did it start that way on the X-Files? Yeah, it might have.
I don't
'Cause
think
they're
they
like
were half an
They
hour.
were like 43 minutes.
yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. It's insane.
Yep.
So, but anyway, yeah.
Well, think about like the Simpsons. The like they were doing like 39 episodes.
Oh yeah.
That's fucking crazy. But that whole format's got to go away because you're putting cinema quality equipment and people and script writing and all that shit into a show, and then you have an hour-long episode per week. They're just doing like that, you know, that mid-season hiatus thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas it used to be like shows would come out in the fall and then they'd come out in the spring, the mid-season shows, the ones they weren't sure about. And if those got picked up, they were really lucky. But yeah, that it was just like that 3 months of summer that you didn't have any new episodes.
I have
Yeah.
to pee.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a
Wanna
break?
Take a break? Yeah, sure. We're at 50. So
All right.
yeah,
Good.
time flies when you're
Well-
having fun.
well
and
done,
you're not
everyone.
Killing people. Orally. That's one. AU. All right, we'll be back. Toodly do. So what happened to Peter Dinklage?
He was on a scooter.
A
and
scooter?
It turned into a lot of photoshopping. If you wanna
Oh,
go, Yeah,
no.
if you want to go to the chive. Like on a Razor scooter.
I can't find it. Ah, fuck it. I can't find it.
Do you wanna
You
talk-
do it.
Do you want to talk about drones?
Yeah, what happened? You
No.
the FAA fucking thing.
Yeah,
No.
they. Well, this affects you, and it affects the business.
One time when we
So-
were walking at Weir's Beach, a bunch of people started talking to him about his drone, and I just left him there.
Just fucking walked away.
Because that's like the third time we stopped, and I'm like, fuck this, I'm just gonna keep walking.
All right. So they just
He
they had a-
likes it very much.
yes, and it's gonna make us a shit ton of money.
I understand, but they talk to you so much.
I know.
just
It's
wa-
because
I just left you
I'm an
there.
interesting guy.
Uh huh.
He's
Oh,
yeah.
Sure.
When I got to school the other day, Carol and Christine were sitting in like the vending machine area there,
Uh-huh.
and I was riding my skateboard in the school, even though security told me I couldn't anymore.
Oh, badass over here.
And I was like, I gotta go, guys. I'm kind of late to work. And she's like, oh, did you ride that thing here? And I was like, no. Well, I took the motorcycle and then I rode the skateboard to here, which if I didn't have, I'd be even more late. But seriously, I gotta go. And Christine was like, I think you need a few more toys. Like the motorcycle and skateboards and drones. And
I'm looking at
No?
these fucking
You don't think so?
pictures. I'm Peter
Can we
fucking
see?
Dinklage.
Can we see?
These are fucking ridiculous. And they're just
Peter Dinklage was on a Razor scooter, like,
they're fucking
and they
mean.
they photoshopped him with like,
They're just mean.
yeah, some of them are good. Go back up. The one with the lightsabers.
Check it out. It's on the chive. And they're just fucking
Yeah,
brutal.
so Peter-
like this one. This one's just mean.
Yeah, that one
Just
is mean.
following
But
Dorothy.
him and the
and-
biker gang is funny because look at the look on his face. Oh Jesus!
Yeah. Mad Max, Fury Road. Part of the war party. Fucking ridiculous. Oh my god.
Things like this make me happy because
Jack
it makes me realize that I don't go on the internet as much as most people. Because if I got wind of this at all, I would have definitely, participated and submitted stuff. But
It's strange how this stuff takes off.
yeah,
And like where does it start, you know? Oh my god, the fucking Endor. Oh my god.
Paul Blart Merle Cap 2.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god, there's like 40 of them. Anyway, but
Alright.
yeah,
Yeah.
Peter fucking Dinklage. So anyway, yeah.
So for those of you who
Drones.
listen, we had a whole thing a while back
A while.
about the. This was before I got a drone. This was before I was even interested in getting a drone.
Before
It
I even
was-
know what the word drone standed
well,
for.
no, that's not true.
Stood for.
Fuck! So we
sorry,
were
I'm
just
terrible at
talking
my
about it.
job.
I was just starting to get interested in them, and we were talking about Amazon and their drone delivery system, and then the FAA put out all these like ridiculous rules.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I'm hearing now, it's because like they were operating within what they had jurisdiction, and they wanted to put the whole kibosh on the thing until they could come up with something that would work.
Right.
But they knew that they could never get away with putting rules on like ordinary citizens. So they figured out that they could put it on commercial uses. So now they have completely revamped the whole thing, and they say what you can and can't do for commercial use. They have a plan in place. You do not need a pilot's license anymore. You do need a license to operate commercially, but all you have to do is take a test. It's a written test. It's like a safety thing. And you have to do it at one of their places, and there's one in Kingston. So it's right where it's the same parking lot as IITS, actually. So I know right where it is. Richmore Aviation.
I don't even know what I.
The Gil, the guy that I work with for Emerson.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, sorry, that was very inside. Anyway, there's one in Kingston. So late this August, all this is going to roll out. I will be able to get a license, and I will be able to. I have no idea what it's going to cost at this point. It's probably going to be like $12 or something stupid because it's the FAA. Like, it doesn't cost very much to take the tests.
Okay.
It's all the things they make you do before you take the test that cost a lot of money. Like, if you want to get a pilot, like, it's like $10 to get a fucking pilot license, I heard. But it costs like $80,000 in classes. So
well, yeah, you got to clock a certain amount of hours.
You don't have to do any of that shit for this. So they're doing all this stuff. It's going to roll out at the end of August. So I'm going to pull up the operational rules, which I haven't read thoroughly yet, but I did skim them, if that helps. So the things that they've changed, this applies to anything under 55 pounds.
Okay.
Whereas before, anything over a half a pound you couldn't use for commercial purposes. Yeah, that was where they said it. Anything over half a pound. So those little stupid drones, yeah, you could use those at a wedding and take a fucking 0.5 megapixel picture or whatever.
Yeah.
So now, like, it has to remain close enough that there's no worry of, radio interference, blah, blah, blah. Daylight only operations or in civil twilight, 30 minutes before official sunrise to 30 minutes after official sunset local time with appropriate anti-collision lighting. That's going to be the one that's going to kind of be annoying, but I get it. What else?
I got here what the can I interject?
Yeah.
Under the final rule, the person actually flying a drone must be at least 16 years old, have a remote pilot certificate with a small UAS rating, or be directly supervised by someone with such certificate.
That's the cool thing. So I can train people before they even have their license.
Right.
Or I can have employees, as long as I'm there.
Right.
They can be trained. They can fly it. It's fine.
Right.
But the big thing is what this all comes down to. It's not really so much safety. It's the Homeland Security stuff, because they do a TSA background check when you do the license.
Yeah, you just have to take basically
It's
aeronautical knowledge test, a basic initial aeronautical knowledge test, and you have to take a UAS online training course.
No, you only have to take the UAS online training course if you already have a pilot's license and are exempt from the class.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, cool.
Or exempt from the exam.
All right, so they're starting to smooth this shit out.
It's must yield right of way to other aircraft, of course. May use a visual observer, but is not required. First-person view camera cannot satisfy see and avoid requirement, but can be used as long as requirement is satisfied in other ways.
What the fuck?
That means...
does that all mean?
So that means if you have a VR camera on... I had to look this up.
Uh-huh.
If you have a VR system on where you're looking through the camera,
uh-huh,
there needs to be another operator there with another remote.
Oh.
With the ability to land the aircraft.
Okay.
So basically,
I didn't know they had that. They have like VR goggles.
I can set it up on mine. Yeah,
that's sick.
There's a little adapter with an HDMI cord that goes in the back of the. It comes right from DJI. It's all legit, and I can hook up VR goggles right to it. But in the event that I do that, there has to be someone else that basically takes an iPad or the phone or whatever off of it that has the ability to land the aircraft. If I'm doing that, 'cause he could see something, he can, change it, or
you could be walking out into the street, and get hit by a bus.
Yeah, or like with the VR thing, I need to be controlling it while someone else has the VR headset on. I'm not worried about that.
That must be pretty wild, because if you can,
I would love to do it.
I wonder if you can mod the program so it makes it like you feel like you're in a fighter, and you're in a fighter plane.
The
and
HDMI out has no. You can set it so there's no display. You just see what the camera's seeing.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like you're seeing what the camera's seeing, but you can make it feel like you're flying in a fucking plane. Like you'll have like a console and all that shit.
I'm sure you could probably do that. Yeah,
that'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah. I would love to get one. I think it'd just be really fun. And it's getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Well, the thing.
Wake up! We're talking about drones.
She's worried that I'm gonna go buy a fucking Oculus headset for $900.
You should.
No, you can
treat yourself.
He's been telling me I need to buy all these things. I'm like, look, I have this amount of money in my account. That's for emergencies. I pretend it's not there so I don't spend it.
Yeah.
So I'm not listening to you at all because you have less money.
No, I know. I have lots of money right now, but I'm not spending on any of these things. Anyway, the thing is with the VR stuff, you can do it with almost all compatible phones and a fucking cardboard thing you get for free from Google. They're not expensive at all anymore. It's a fucking cardboard box you slide your phone into with a little divider in the middle and 2 plastic lenses.
Yeah.
That's it. It's not a crazy thing. So eventually, I think like the new DJI will have an HDMI out or something like that. It's something I'm not going to invest in because it doesn't do anything for me right now. The only big advantage would be flying in really bright conditions because you can't fucking see the screen.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's fucking cool. I didn't think they could do that. Maybe I'll get myself a drone with a VR headset.
Good luck with that.
So get this.
I have no desire.
Maximum ground speed of 100 miles an hour.
It's pretty goddamn fast.
That's 4 times faster than my drone and 2.5 times faster than the fastest drone with a camera that's commercially available.
I was showing my dad the drone shots and everything like that from the Brooks grad party. And he got a kick out of that. He's like, wow, that's fucking cool. Did you get any video or anything?
Yeah, I got video.
Oh.
I just haven't had a chance to cut it together. I could just give it to you.
Yeah, just give me it. No one gives a shit about cutting it together and stuff like that.
Yeah, I got some video. I just haven't had a chance because, like I said, to edit together a 2-minute video takes 2 hours.
Yeah.
To do it right. I mean, I could just cut it together end to end, but I'll probably just do that and just give you the file and you just watch it.
Yeah.
But
I'm just curious to see, like, what you caught.
Yeah. Well,
Mostly
Becky and Lauren like, stop it, waving and laughing the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can have that.
Need that attention.
If I didn't, I may have formatted the card, by the way, so it might have all been gone. I don't know. Anyway, so then it's maximum altitude of 400 feet above ground level, or if higher than 400 feet, remain within 400 feet of a structure. So if you start off on top of the Empire State Building, you have to remain 400 feet from that. Whatever. Minimum weather visibility of 3 miles from control station, which is fine. Don't fly in fog.
Yeah, but who the fuck would, right?
Yeah, operation in B, C, and D airspace, which is fucking airports. You need permission from air traffic control. Operations in Class G airspace are allowed without ATC permission. So Class G airspace is an airfield that is privately owned, or
like Duchess.
Yeah. Like just something like with a fucking helipad on top that they don't have any kind of. You don't need permission. You could just fly there. What else? No person may act as a remote pilot in command or VO for more than one unmanned aircraft operation at a time. So don't fly 2 drones at once.
Do you want to hear something
So you
funny?
can have battle drones?
I've been looking at the wrong place for weather. My phone's still in Laconia, New Hampshire.
For what?
For weather. Like, I was just about to say, like, it's 69 degrees, but then I looked. It says in Laconia,
fucking
New
New Hampshire.
Just seeing here that the polls closed in United Kingdom for the whether or not they're staying in the European Union.
How'd that go?
I don't know. It's
How about the
like
kid
the
that
polls
got eaten
just
by
closed.
the alligator?
So, huh?
How about the kid that got eaten by the alligator or killed by an alligator?
Oh yeah. Well, that guy got killed. Somebody got bitten again, or somebody got
What
bitten.
happened?
Okay, so last week I think it was
Last week,
a kid in Disney got taken by an alligator in the lake that they have. I had no idea there were
Really?
alligators in there. It's a man-made pond or lake or
There's
whatever.
fucking alligators everywhere.
I know, but
Yeah.
like they have fences and stuff.
Yeah.
How do they get in there? But anyway, they found his body because alligators. What they do is they just drag their prey to the bottom, wait for it to marinate down there, and then they eat it. So at least they got the body back. But the kid is
Jesus.
dead.
Yeah, the kid's dead. He's like 2.
two.
Father
God.
tried to fight it off, got injured in the process.
That's horrible.
Battery's not dying. Computer's dying. And then something else just popped up where where the fuck is it? It doesn't say here, but somebody else got fucking nabbed, bit too. Some 58-year-old guy. And I was listening to Joe Rogan. He was talking about how they issue like crazy amounts of tags for alligators down there. Just people to hunt
they're like
them.
a major problem now.
Yeah. So
Well, they were endangered for a couple of years in the late 70s, and then they started doing alligator farming. They got the rights to do alligator farming, so no one was poaching them anymore because you could buy the skins for like nothing. And then the population just skyrocketed because one of the deals with the alligator farms was 90% they could keep, but they had to return 10% back to the wild once they were strong enough to survive. Now they're talking about getting rid of that because there's just too fucking many of them.
Yeah. It's a it's an infestation.
Yeah, so what happens is, here's how alligator farms work. I don't know how I know this, but I watched something probably on the Discovery Channel in the 90s. You don't care?
You're exhausting sometimes.
So what they do is they don't breed them at the farm. That would be very annoying to have to do all of that. So they go out into the wild, they find alligator nests, and they take the eggs out of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because something like 9 out of it's like 90% die off before they're even hatched.
Yeah.
And then 90% of those are eaten by predators before they grow to adulthood.
Yeah.
So it's 1/10 of 1%, or no,
Whatever.
it's like 1%.
Yeah.
Survive to adulthood. So what they have to do is they take all of these eggs, they take all the eggs out of the nest, every single one of them. They bring them back to a farm.
And they make
hatch.
an omelet.
No, they hatch. They all live to adulthood at that point, and then they have to release 10% back into the wild when they're juveniles.
Mm-hmm.
So now instead of 1% surviving, 10% survive. So that was how they justified doing it, but we still get to make fucking animal feed, and a lot of people eat alligator in the South, and make fucking boots out of the other 90%. So it's a win-win. But now it's the point where 10% of the population surviving is too much.
Yeah.
So now they're allowing hunting again.
Yep.
So that's
I was trying to find a picture of me holding a baby alligator.
They found Nile crocodiles too.
What?
Nile crocodiles in Florida.
Doesn't surprise me.
How the fuck did they get there?
Somebody
Souvenirs brought them
Somebody
over.
brought it back and it got out.
Yeah.
So now they got I don't know if it's a problem down there, but
I mean, well, they lived for like 100 years, so it could have just been like 1 or 2.
yeah.
I mean, it would surprise me if there was enough for a breeding population, because I doubt they. I mean, maybe they could interbreed.
Yeah. Sure.
It's like their version of Africanized killer
How
bees.
long does it take them to have babies? Because I know
That's
sharks have a
probably
problem.
a while
Like sharks have a problem repopulating because it takes like a whole year for them to have a baby.
to gestate. The I don't know how long it is. I think it's only 1 season if I were to guess, but I think they have to be pretty old before they can do it.
Which one are we talking about? The Nile crocodile?
No, forget about the Nile crocodile.
Just the alligator?
Yeah, just regular alligator, American alligator.
What's the word for like the pregnancy term?
Term.
Fertile age.
How long does it take to carry a baby?
Age
to
of
term?
fertility.
No.
Huh?
Well, that.
Oh, you want gestation period?
Gestation period. That's
Yeah,
the word.
I already said that.
Did you?
Yeah, I said
Well,
it.
I wasn't paying
yeah.
attention. Egg incubation. A female gator lays between 35 and 90 eggs. Once the eggs are laid, she covers them with a layer of vegetation to keep them warm. The incubation period is 65 days, and the temperature within the nest plays a critical role during this time. That's insane.
Wow, that's not.
That's
very long.
a quick turnaround.
Yeah. But they evolved like that
Oh.
because they don't really protect the nest for that long or whatever.
Yeah. They're wayward parents.
Baby alligator.
Where is this?
in Florida.
Oh, that's adorable. Tape
Yeah,
all over its
so-
mouth.
Well, I mean, who knows how long they well, they probably don't carry the eggs for very long if they lay 65 of them.
Shit, yeah.
But then if it's 90% die off before that even happens, it's because predators get to the eggs and eat them all.
But these these fuckers go. They breed quick. That's probably why they got so out of control so fast.
It's also part of it shows that they were really preyed upon by other animals, probably birds for the most part.
I'm just
So
looking at,
now with human intervention, we've gotten their survival rate to 10% instead of 1%.
I'm looking at gestation for pythons because they got a python problem in Florida too. Gestation period is about 44 to 54 days. Most ball pythons lay their eggs during the second half of the dry season from mid-February to the beginning of April. Eggs are then hatched from mid-April to mid-June. Approximately 3 weeks after ovulation, the female ball python begins to shed its skin. That was erroneous. But, yeah, so erroneous is the right word right there.
It
huh?
was, yeah.
Whew,
You got to stop pointing it out when you do it right.
they're coming out of nowhere, but it makes me,
Yeah.
it freaks me out because I'm not 100% sure that it's right.
Yeah.
But
Just let
I
it go.
think it's right.
Just let it go. We'll
Okay.
point it out if it's wrong.
Okay, sorry. But
we'll let it slide. Either way.
But yeah, now they're finding like 20-foot pythons and shit down there in the fucking insane. Florida's they just need to just knock it off the map. Let everybody move off the peninsula, and then knock that motherfucker. Just blow it up or cut it away and push it out into the ocean.
Eventually, Florida is supposed to break off the United States.
Yeah.
Well, it's just
With
break
the
off or just get covered
continental
with
shelf.
no.
water?
It's gonna flood. It's not gonna it's not gonna
No,
go
it's
far.
supposed
Well,
to
it's
break
gonna
off
take like millions
Hawaii
of years though.
Yeah, but it's supposed to happen. Eventually.
Oh, we don't have to worry about it.
No, we did. I mean, the fucking shoreline goes up by a couple feet every year.
Yeah. Because of erosion.
Erosion. Yeah. So all right. Well, alligators and pythons and kids getting eaten.
Oh my.
Good day.
Did you say there was a
Good
second
times.
one? Because we didn't get to the second one.
The second one was kind of like a one-off thing. I think it was just.
So it was just someone got bit by an alligator and no one cared about it except for this happened a week before.
Exactly.
Because people get bit by alligators all the fucking time.
Yeah. If this guy never got
bit.
bit, if this guy got bit, a month ago, no one would have given a shit. But because this kid got snatched, now everybody gives a flying fuck.
And especially at fucking Disney World.
Well, yeah, I would think that they would have gotten rid of the alligators in the lake at Disney World if they knew they were in there.
Yeah, they
'Cause
said they
people
had.
walk around
they said-
along that all the time.
They said they had like no swimming signs and stuff like that posted, but the kid wasn't swimming. He was just sitting by the edge.
Alligators are sneaky shit. So they'll like sit right there, watch you, and then they'll just jump at you when they're not paying attention.
The kid was just standing at the shoreline.
Yeah.
It snapped up.
Like my when
Technically,
I
he
was
wasn't swimming.
It was probably starving because there's no food in that lake because
when
it's
I was
in
in
Disney.
Florida with my grandpa, he took me fishing to this lake where there's known alligators there, and he said we can't fish for fish with bait. We have to fish with bread because if we fish with bait, then the alligators will
Well,
come.
try and
They
eat
will
it.
still they were still around. They were stalking, waiting for us to catch a fish.
Holy
so they could
shit.
steal it.
That's fucking frightening. They're just dinosaurs.
Just fucking monsters.
Just like
in there.
snap. Yeah, there's
I'm not
snapping
going-
turtles.
I'm not going in any open body of water. Can't fucking do it.
That wasn't an open body of water.
Yeah, it was. If you were fishing in it, it's an open body of water.
What's the definition of
A
open
closed
body
body of water is man-made with no animals in it, like a
All right, I
pool.
didn't know
Like
that.
an
I
open-
thought you meant
yeah.
like
Yeah,
literally
op-
open or
Yeah,
closed.
no, not like open to the ocean, but like an open body of water slopes in so animals can get in
Yeah,
and do stuff.
Open to the public.
Open to the public of
Yeah,
the.
you don't need a
Yeah.
a membership.
Yeah, I'm not. No, it was. You know what it was? It was one of those like Tales from the Crypt, like Fright Night kind of movies. It
Oh, it was
Tales from the Dark Side
it
with
wasn't
the
ta-
fucking tar thing that came up and ate the kids in the lake.
Was it Tales from the Dark
I
Side?
feel like it was. They were on a little dock, and he was touching her boob, and the thing came up through the slats of the thing and
Yeah.
ate half of her face. Yeah, that was what did it. I couldn't go in lakes or anything after that.
I don't know if that was
What?
it, man.
I believe it was Tales from the Dark Side, the movie.
Type in the touching.
Just
her
type
boob
in
scene.
creepy oil lake monster.
Oh, it's actually based on a short story called The Raft by Stephen King.
Mm-hmm.
Film adaptation. The Raft was adapted to a film segment in 1987 horror movie and the horror anthology movie Creep Show 2.
Creep Show 2, that's what it was.
Creep Show 2.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the most popular. Creep
Yeah, The
show.
Raft.
Yeah. And he was out. They were out there all night, and thought they were gonna die. And then she got eaten. As she's getting eaten, he jumps in, swims away. He gets to the shore. He goes, "I beat you," and the thing comes up like a wave and fucking swallows him.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Sorry, 1987.
It was. It scared the piss.
yeah.
When I first saw that, it scared the piss out of me. man. It was-
Because
it was fucking scary.
it's especially water that I like. I can't see
You
the
were
bottom. I
arguing
can't fucking
between
take.
shit and piss.
Yeah. I was
It
having-
scared the shit and or piss out of me.
I was arguing with myself on what to use, but
That ever since that one, I've had trouble with water I can't see through.
oh man, there was
Yeah.
my grandmother used to live up near Copake Lake,
Mhm.
and she had lake rights and everything like that. And out in the middle of this fucking lake is one of those wooden raft type things that just sits there. You could swim out to it. And I had seen the movie. I don't know if Kyle
like,
did.
Fuck that.
We spent all of our summers on Candlewood Lake on the same fucking thing. And after I saw that movie, I couldn't. It was probably in the mid '90s when I saw the movie, like on late night cable or whatever. I never went in that lake again.
When we used to
Couldn't
go
do
up,
it.
there was a kid that lived down the dirt road from my grandmother. That we used to hang out. I'd known him since I was 2 years old, so we'd always used to hang out with him and his buddies or whatever the hell. So he's like, "Oh, let's go down to the lake. It's great. It's beautiful. The water's awesome. Let's go." All right, cool. So we go down to the lake, and I had just seen the movie like a week or two before, and I don't know if Kyle had seen it or not, but those fuckers just dive right in, and they start. And my brother, being Kyle, swims all the way out. He's just like, "Let's go to that thing," and just starts going. I'm like, "No, we're gonna die." I swam out with him, but like I was swimming, and then I'm like, "You're out in that area, that gray area where you're swimming out, and you're like."
Oh my God.
I'm almost there, but oh boy, this is starting to get really fucking.
I remember, I remember like I would
couldn't
walk
touch,
out.
You can't touch the fucking bottom anymore.
Yeah,
I would actually rather swim in the deep water in a lake than in the shallow water, just because I don't like when
The
the
seaweed.
weeds touch your leg.
Yeah,
And you're like, oh my God.
Gross. Yeah, that was pretty gross. I almost drowned in that lake when I was little.
How?
Not really. I mean, like it was traumatic for a child, but like my dad just jumped in and got me. Like it wasn't a big deal at all.
Yeah.
But do you remember? It was before they had like swimmies or anything like that. They used to have this fucking styrofoam thing. It looked like a big egg, and it strapped across your chest and just sat on your back.
Yes.
And helped you swim.
Yes. We had those.
Yeah. So I had one of those, and I was just paddling around. And it was probably seriously like this much, like 3 feet of water, maybe. I was like a little kid.
Yeah.
And I just remember the thing like came undone, and I went, "Boop." And I remember it kicking to the top and going, "Boop," and not hearing anything. And I just remember seeing my dad jump in and get me. And it was probably just like, "Are you okay? You're fine." I was just screaming the whole time. But
Your
as
dad.
a kid, it was so traumatic, and I will remember that forever. But it was just, I don't know. Like I see it now as if I'm watching it on a TV. Like with the camera dipping below the water. I know that's not how it was. That's how I'm remembering it as an adult. But
yeah. We swam out to that fucking thing, man. And I just remember getting up onto it and like being like shaken, like
not
scared.
wanting to stand on the little cracks.
I'm going, oh fuck, and those guys are just like, ugh, like pushing each other in, and I'm like, don't touch me, scanning the fucking horizon for the oil slick, man. And I chilled the fuck out after a little while.
I'm glad you knew what I was talking about.
Oh yeah, that fucking traumatized me, man.
Yeah.
That was fucking scary. That's like it was that and
In hindsight, the guy was kind of rapey though.
goddamn right, yeah.
Yeah. He was touching her boobs and kissing her, and she was completely asleep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not to give
And
away
then the thing ate
entire-
half her face.
So
He turned her over to take her top off, and her face was fucking gone.
okay, so let's set it up a little bit. They swim out. It's this couple, this guy and this girl. They're the other guy isn't with the other. With the other girl.
typical like scary movie. There's the couple that are gonna have sex and they're gonna die first, and then there's the prude girl and the guy who likes her, and they're gonna be in love if they survive.
No, this was a little different.
No,
They swim out, right? So the boyfriend's there with the girlfriend, and then this other guy, and then the other girl. The other girl, the oil slick starts going toward them when they were swimming out to the raft, and it misses them, and they're like trying to figure out what it is. The other girl is like poking at it with her cigarette, and then it reaches out, grabs her, and pulls her in, and like she comes up like this. And
yeah,
she's
fucking
covered in it.
bones coming out of the water
Yeah,
and shit. Yeah.
So then they start freaking out, and the boyfriend, the
too.
big tough guy, he's like wants to like swim back. All right, I'm ready, and then it gets him up from between the slats on the raft and pulls him through, and he's like his 1 foot goes in the hole and the other foot's outside the hole, and then it breaks and then it pulls him down.
Yeah.
So now it's the girlfriend and the other guy hanging out. So they're holding each other, trying to like stay up, stay standing, so that their feet can be.
On the slats.
Yeah, on the slats and not in the grooves, and they fall asleep. And he wakes up, and she's still asleep, and he lays her down and, starts fucking groping her and stuff. Just like, you're in this situation. That's
what you're thinking.
That's what's
of.
on your brain. So, and then
I'd be thinking this has got to be tied by a rope. Maybe we could paddle back or something.
the camera is on her face as she's laying on the slats, and all of a sudden her eyes open, and she starts screaming and pulls away, and the fucking thing's attached to her face. And then the guy freaks out. She's starting to get eaten, and he dives in, and, like he said before, he beats it, but the wave takes him.
Yeah, it just kind of comes up out of the water and drags him.
Yeah. They're on the raft. They're on the
We
raft.
gotta I'm sure it's on YouTube. We gotta watch it when we get
It
back.
might be on. It might be on Netflix.
What was it?
Maybe.
Creep Show?
Creep
Creep
Show.
Show
Yeah,
2.
It's on Netflix. Or it's
Yeah.
been on
Creep
Netflix
Show
for a while.
2. That's the big thing because Creep Show was great too, but
Creep
Yeah,
Show
this
2
is
is the
different,
raft. Is the one with the raft.
yeah,
So
I don't think as strong a movie as a whole.
have a great summer, everyone.
Yeah,
It was a fucked up one. That really messed
Yeah.
me up bad.
it still creeps me out.
Mhm.
Like I'm gonna have a lot of trouble going. Like we're going to New Jersey. I do not want to go in the ocean.
Yeah, I told
Yeah.
you. You
The
probably
New
were
Jersey
gonna
Yeah.
Ocean
go. Wildwood.
sucks. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, at least when I was there, it was fucking. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I ruining it?
Yeah,
No.
For you? Am I ruining the?
I've already been to.
When I was there, the ocean was really choppy and shitty, and there was a
the-
jellyfish, all of them, like about a size of a quarter. Like you had push them out of the way. They weren't
Ooh.
really
Just pee on 'em.
stinging too much.
just pee on him.
But-
just pee on him.
just being
You swam through, and it felt like just like pellets hitting you
Ugh.
the whole time.
Well,
It was
I don't
fucking
know.
nasty.
we're gonna see if we can surf somewhere. There's got to be a beach somewhere around there we can surf. We might have to drive
Yeah.
because you're not gonna be able to surf at Wildwood. Just it's a public beach, so they probably don't allow it. But
Yeah.
I'm
Public.
gonna ride my skateboard and hassle the man. Not allowed to
And
ride.
I'm just
Not
gonna-
allowed to ride
I'm
on the
just
boardwalk.
gonna walk away. Just leave you there.
Gonna have my drone. Just be
No.
like, what?
Keep an eye out for oil slicks and killer sharks.
Yeah.
They were telling I was in Long Island. That was another one. Jaws really fucking freaked me out in the ocean.
Jaws
for-
didn't
after a
freak me
while.
out. Jaws
Yeah?
didn't freak me out at all because I knew too much about sharks by the time I actually saw it.
Oh,
The
okay.
thing that freaks me out about Jaws is like every time I watch it, that part where they're
The
investigating.
guy comes out of the hull of the boat, the dead guy. Yeah, every
yeah.
time.
It's like, "Ugh," and you're
In
like,
Long Island, in I think it's Huntington, was the town that we were in. They had a Jaws showing. They were gonna show it on a barge out in the middle of the Sound, and you were on the beach You're on the beach watching Jaws on
Yeah,
this
there's-
giant
Have you ever
screen.
actually seen a shark? Like actually seen one?
No,
ocean?
no.
I have.
Never. Oh
It's
no,
fucking
that's not true.
scary.
That's not true. I saw one jump out,
There have been
spinning out of the.
three times where I've seen a shark. Twice when I've been in the water. One time it was when my mom was taking pictures of me and my brother on our boogie boards. Like we were way out, and her face just goes like, and then she's like, "Keep calm, but get the fuck back over here." There was just a shark just
Splash.
swimming back and forth, like in between my brother and I and my mom, and she was freaking out.
Yeah, just sharks don't freak me out. Sharks don't freak me out. It's shit
I'm
like
not
in
gonna
that
have you-
movie that freaks me out.
I'm not gonna have
It-
you
it
cut
just-
open that shark and that little Cicilioni boy spill out all over the dock.
I was about to correct you, and then I realized you were making Sicilioni.
Damn it!
Shut the fuck up! And
Well,
I'm not a boy.
I was about to
have
correct
boobs and a
him.
vagina.
I was about to correct him.
Your
because
brother,
it's the
you said,
Kittner
right?
boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kittner. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not afraid of sharks because I know sharks don't really attack people.
They do if it's by mistake.
Yeah. I mean, you were,
You just don't know any better.
but I mean, honestly, you're more people die from vending machines falling on them.
Selfies.
You're just supposed to.
Selfies?
That was a big thing. More
Yeah.
people died taking selfies last year than shark attacks.
You're supposed to gouge their eye out.
Fact.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
I would
yeah,
do.
yeah.
If I was getting attacked by a shark, I would gouge their eye out.
They say that punching them in the nose and stuff
Yeah.
doesn't work because you're
No.
fucking underwater, so you can't. But so you
Yeah,
just reach for
Mythbusters
their. You
said
just
you just
stick
go.
a
It's
finger
like
in their
this.
eye.
It's like.
Well, Mythbusters said pretty much all the myths worked for the shark, like punch him in the nose. That worked. The gills,
well,
the
they
eyes.
have like really
yeah.
high
Like they couldn't actually
sensors.
punch a. They couldn't actually hit a shark in the eye because that could
Well,
hurt the shark, and they wouldn't do that.
The gills
Same
are
thing with the
really
gills.
bad because if you pull
Yeah.
them in, if you pull them
Mhm.
inside out, that
Yeah.
fucks them up so
Yeah.
bad they can't even.
So
function.
they couldn't actually do any of those things. But
Did
what
that on
they
a fish
did
one
do
time.
was they built a full-size Jaws like replica
Oh yeah.
and grabbed him in it and had it thrashing around to see if you could actually hit him in the eye, and you pretty much would drown before,
Yeah.
or be chopped in half and eaten.
And in your panicked state, you'd like to think that you would do that. You know, you'd be able to. I'd like to think that
I feel
too.
like
but
I'd have a better chance gouging an eye out.
I feel like a shark's not going to attack you. I mean, like, it doesn't really happen. All these like like the most the one that he talks about in Jaws with the ship that went down in World War II with all the that's the most documented shark human interaction.
Hooper, that's
in
the
history.
SS Indianapolis.
Yeah. There you go. You got it.
I love that movie.
But it's all conjecture. It's all people saying these things.
Yeah.
That, and there were a bunch of dead bodies in the water.
Yeah.
Like a lot of dead bodies in the water. The people that were halfway passed out in a life jacket, the shark just took for like a dead body. It's just not going to happen. I mean, people do get attacked by sharks, like it does happen, but they're almost all surfers, and they are people that spend such a huge amount of time in the water that they increase their odds so much.
Yeah.
That it's par for the course. It's like I'm a skateboarder and I fell and I broke my collarbone. That doesn't mean that breaking your collarbone is like a big thing you have to be worried about. If you're on a skateboard, yes, it is.
Just like the ocean.
Yeah. So
be careful out there this summer, everyone. There's sharks and oil slicks and
sharks and
fucking
skateboards
monsters
out there.
tiny little jellyfish, alligators, Nile crocodiles in America.
can you pull that up? Because that's weird to me. Can you pull it up on the screen? I mean, I believe it. I would just like to.
How would you smuggle a Nile crocodile?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That they live to be like 100 and something years old. Like crocodiles can. I think
I know that. But
the ones
how
that
do
are
you
like 30.
smuggle one in here.
Because it was this fucking big, and it was 100 years ago that somebody brought it here.
Nile crocodile found in Homestead, Florida in 2012. 3 others have also been found in the state.
So what are they saying?
4 have been found in Florida. This was from
I have also heard
May
that they've
23rd.
swam that fucking far.
Swam across the ocean?
Yeah. I've heard that.
Crocodiles go
Yeah.
in salt
You're
water.
shitting me.
Yeah, I've heard that they found like African crocodiles in South America that fucking swam
They
there.
found African crocodiles in
Okay,
the
the hatchling is what.
Keys,
Yeah.
Florida Keys.
Yeah, they fucking swim across the ocean. But anyway, the hatchling is what I find is
10-pound female was captured.
the property of a private zoo. Okay, so this is just people being stupid and they're escaping.
Turned up against 5 months later. A 3-foot-long female was trapped in a canal, tagged and released.
Why?
Going to find. They might be endangered.
Yeah, but they shouldn't be released.
They're from the Nile.
This is a very big predator, and now we've introduced it into Florida. This is not a good thing. That's the.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like,
So I just need more information on this. I mean, because it wouldn't surprise me if there was a fucking 80 or 90-year-old goddamn crocodile in Florida. Like, just somebody brought it over in the fucking 40s, coming back from vacation. Because up until the early 80s, you used to be able to buy alligators in Florida as pets. And people would bring them all over the country, and that's where the whole flushing them down the toilet in New York City myth came from.
yeah, researchers said Nile crocodiles don't reproduce rapidly. Still, the researchers said it might only take one adult male and female finding each other for an Everglades population to become established. And this guy's saying, if you would have told me 15 years ago that there'd be a Burmese python would have an established population in the Everglades, I wouldn't have believed you. Crazy, man. Yeah, it's just people fucking around.
So, yeah, it's probably just people. It's just an invasive species. Somebody got it on vacation however long ago.
Speaking of vacation, I'm going away.
Yeah, where are you going?
Bye.
Just upstate.
Sounds boring.
I want to start it early. So I'm going to do this.
We're leaving. Are we going to take another week off?
I don't know.
Are you going away this weekend?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so definitely text me about taking care of your fucking shitty cat.
Yeah. I'll figure all that out. And yeah, next weekend I should be around. It's July. It's the
July.
It's July.
July.
I'm a goddamn nightmare.
The fuck are we doing for July 4th?
I don't know.
I don't even know. I don't have my calendar in
I'm
front of
shooting
me.
your gun in the backyard.
Oh yeah. Let's
Lawn
do it.
pops.
Yeah.
All right. You
Yeah.
could pull it off. No one's
Yeah.
gonna fucking bother.
We
That's
did
what
it.
we did last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What are you just shooting to the ground? You're not
No,
shooting in
we
the
have
air.
that-
No, we
like-
shot to a target at a low angle, so it went right in the ground.
Okay. Allegedly.
We're reckless. We're not stupid.
But anyway, Track 7 Studios.
Track 7 Studios.
All right.
Yeah, we got new business cards. I'll give you one.
Ooh.
What else? What else? I don't know.
Nothing.
Drone photography will be commercially legal and all that by next season.
And
So
you can, that means you can advertise
yeah,
instead
I-
of the
I
word
did
of
today.
word of mouth thing. I need to go outside and remove a caution driver masturbating sticker from my car.
Hey, that was a gift. I bought
Yeah.
that with my
We put a
own
lot of
goddamn
thought into
money.
that.
Yeah, but it's a good thing I saw it because Brooke has to take my car tomorrow to work. And if somebody reported her, she would have lost her job.
oh my God,
So-
she wouldn't have lost her job.
I'm glad. I guess. I don't know.
She wouldn't have lost her job.
You don't think so?
That would have been
Sexual
that
harassment?
No, that would have been. She would have been able to sue.
All right.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I don't know the law. I'm not a lawyer.
I know that this country is not that litigious, but yeah.
But in any case, I'm gonna
Especially
go
if I came forward and said I put it on his car as a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll go on. What were you calling that?
I was just trying to think of something. I couldn't come up with it.
Fucking asshole! It's a goddamn electric. It's your goddamn breaker box. He put stickers on
Oh,
his
wait,
breaker
I have a
box.
sticker for that. Hold on.
All right. Is it entertaining or is it just kind of meh?
She's not gonna be able to find it now.
I got it
Oh
from the
yeah,
Coors Light
it's a
chick.
Coors Light sticker.
I don't want that on my fucking thing.
Well, I don't want it in my purse. 'cause
It's like
keeps
a patch
sticking
sticker.
everywhere.
Put it on my guitar.
Ah.
It's like the Jack Daniels one. That
Find
I
a
gave.
spot. Try
It's
not to mess up the Trogdor or the Burninator sticker.
Burning it in the people. That roof cottages.
So what's the title again?
I think we gotta go. It's the cowgirl on the fucking toilet seat.
Reverse Cowgirl on a toilet?
He reversed cowgirled on the toilet.
Okay, that was a
Yeah. He reversed cowgirled the toilet.
All right, there we go.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
All
you,
right.
Jeff from Starbucks.
1 hour, 34 minutes. Good job, everyone. Until next time.
You didn't finish your
Goodbye.
gin.